Got a nice little Incognito campsite here, just outside of town of Quesnel, British Columbia. This is some type of, guess I don't know, some type of public property. Runs down by the river, and where there's access to the river, and there's just like these gravel roads down here. And again, one of the places probably people from the town. Well, they probably access the river maybe down there and fish and hike. I think I saw some people from a distance when I was riding up out of here earlier. It looked like they might be down in there hiking, and probably folks party down here and stuff too. But I mean, we're incognito back here off the gravel road a little ways, and then behind me, actually, up on the hillside, is the main drag, is the Route 97 that we've been on for a while today. Let me see, let me turn this, well, let me go and show it here. There's old Zeke over there. And I got all this tall grass around us here, and then some trees. Nice canopy up there to keep the dew off. And, again, one of them places that's it's pretty. But, I think it's all pretty, of course, and it is. It's all good, man. It's just cool to be at, I don't know if you can see the, I want to say if you can see the road up there. No, I guess maybe from here you can't. But anyhow, there's like a bank right up behind me there. And the road's up top there, not very far. When I stand up, I could see it. But anyhow, what a weird view. But I'm kicked back, I'm chilling. I just been over at McDonald's there in town, charging and Facebooking and YouTubing, and called home, talked to my folks. And my older brother Bob answered the phone, so that was kind of threw me off. I had to think. I thought, what did I call him? But no, he and his girlfriend Jenny came into town and surprised mom and dad. What is tonight? Saturday? Yeah, I think last night showed up and surprised them to be here for the holiday. So that's cool. That's and it was a bonus. I had no idea he was going to be there, so it was a bonus to get to talk to him. I haven't talked to him in a while, so that was great. Let's see what else. So, I've been saying I wouldn't do any more 300-mile days, but we did a 305-mile day, something like that. 305.4, I think it was, or 4.5. Either way, but it was a great 300+ mile day. Pretty straightforward. I mean, like pretty, I guess I'd just say easy, man. Just great roads, beautiful scenery. It was absolutely amazing. Let me sit up here. This is awkward. But, so yeah, we had this big old 300-mile day, and man, it was great. We were cruising. Speed limit was 100 miles an hour, and the gas was only like $2.14 a gallon. And but then I realized we're not in Kansas anymore, or anywhere in the lower 48 for that matter. So now I was 100 kilometers an hour, and gas was not $2.14 a gallon. That was $2.14 a liter, of course. Yeah, no, that's not funny, but still, it strikes me as odd being up here. Yesterday when I first saw the 100 kilometers per hour, and then all the other miles in between, when it's 80 and 60 and so on. And it's just different. And too, like I said, the gas, when I went to get gas for the first time yesterday and saw the whole liters thing, being an American, that's just different. It's just silly. They need to do it the way we do it, right? Do it the right way. And so no, it really was 300+ miles today, not 300+ kilometers today. I'm still doing miles. I'm not going to change. But speaking of, I did meet some folks today. Took lunch in was it Cache Creek, maybe? Cache something, where the Canada-Alaska Highway 1 splits off and 97 continues on, and that's when we got on 97 and rolled on. But anyhow, yeah, I think it's Cache something, but there's a old diner there, looked like something from the 70s, maybe even the 60s, and called Hungry Herbie's. And I went in there for lunch, we'll call it, and got me the monster burger and fries, and it was good. But I ended up talking to some folks in there. These folks rolled up on a spider, so I had asked her about it, and she, the woman, and she, I didn't know much about it. She really didn't seem like she had ridden it a whole lot. But then later I ended up talking to her husband, and and he was telling me about it, and yeah, that's a cool bike. I've always liked them, and you see a lot of them anymore. But that said, he asked me about the mileage. I was talking about my trip, and well, no, he didn't ask me about mileage. He asked me about kilometers, how many kilometers I do. So I had to tell him. I said, well, we do miles, and I told him about how many miles, and they both said what the kilometers were. They both had different numbers for what the kilometers were, compared to miles. But anyhow, it was cool to meet them guys and to talk to them. Let's see. There's some other little towns. I've stopped and got my first cup of coffee this morning at like 20 miles out at a little area called Boston Bar. And then later went through an area called Spence's Bridge. Again, here this evening, I'm just outside of Quesnel. There was a Williams Lake today. Williams Lake, and then it was kind of funny too. There was these areas that were on the road signs. It was what do they call it, 100 mile or 150 mile? Yeah, it was. I guess it was like town areas that were, because again they were on the road signs, right there along the list with other towns. And the first one I started seeing, I think, was 150 mile, and then before I got to 100. You know what? No, maybe it was 100 mile. But before I got to 100 mile, went through 70 mile. And then just before I got into 100 mile, went into an area called 99 mile. And I don't know, it's just kind of weird. And especially the fact, again, that they do kilometers. And they're naming areas up here, by the mile. So I thought it was kind of weird. But, so yeah, that, the scenery today, was grand. It was gorgeous. It was real nice. I'd catch myself, and I caught myself the other day down in Washington doing this, and I probably do it all the time. And you riders can relate. There's even a joke about it. But yeah, I'm just riding along, and I catch myself with just kind of a goofy grin. I could just tell I've got kind of a goofy grin on my face. And I mean, why not? Why wouldn't I be out here just blessed to be riding around this beautiful country? On my dude Zeke there, and just what a blast. And so yeah, that, and too, it's kind of funny. One of the times along that lines, when I stopped to get gas here this afternoon, there was this guy grabbing the windshield wiper doohickey, the thing, or yeah, for cleaning your windshield. And he even said, he even kind of joked and said, "You want me to check for bugs in your teeth?" And I said, there's a lot of them. And again, if you're riding around smiling, what a motorcyclist does, there's going to be bugs in your teeth. That's the sign of a happy motorcyclist, as they say. So yeah, it was fun. Let's see. I think about stuff, all day that I need to say, and then I get here on the spot, and it's hard to pull it all up. But I think I'm getting it pretty well covered. I thought there was something else about yesterday, but now I don't remember. Rolled out right about 7 o'clock this morning, and it's I'm not even sure what time it is. It's after 8 o'clock here this evening. But I've been over in that McDonald's, which is just right over here, for a while. Actually, I rode over here first. I found this place and was absolutely thrilled to find something. I knew the McDonald's was back there, and so I thought, man, again, it's always nice just to know where you're going to camp, to where I was able to go on back to the McDonald's and spend some time and know where I was coming back to for the night. You know, place close by. I know something I was wanting to mention too. I took a picture of my still shots today of a waterfall, and it's like the third one I've seen from the road. And yesterday, when I first started riding into British Columbia, I see this waterfall in the mountain, like way off in the distance, way up on the side of this mountain. But from that distance, you could tell it was a pretty good sized waterfall. And then later yesterday evening, I saw another one, and it just kind of, it gets me up here, man. I mean, the stuff is just so, I mean, they're just so used to the beauty, and I mean, it's everywhere to the fact, you know, I mean, it seemed like if that was in the lower 48, that would be like a destination, you know, it would have a name, and, you know, it'd have a pull off and an overlook, and, you know, a way up to, and not to say there's not, you know, I mean, maybe there is, maybe that is a destination, and, you know, from that distance and all, I couldn't tell, but to me, it just seemed like it's just kind of random beauty that, you know, it's just all part of the scenery up here, because it has been absolutely gorgeous. And you know, that big old swell of a river I camped close to last night, that was the Fraser. I ended up looking that up, and that was the Fraser River. I'm not sure what this is I'm camped close to here tonight. I have to check on that tomorrow. But that was the Fraser. Two, I was going to say, you know, as far as the scenery today, it's been, you know, just kind of a variety. One part of it just almost reminded me kind of Utah, just kind of like just bigger. But it just had kind of that southwest look to it. And then after that, what I'd been in, like, I guess I'd say most of the day, the scenery has reminded me a lot of Oregon. Just pine trees and pasture land, and you know, the mountains not as big. Then again, maybe the mountains have been big off in the distance, but either way, yeah, it just seemed a lot like rolling through Oregon. And I could smell the pines, probably spruce. I'm thinking I could really smell those today, and that was, I mean, that's again what's just so cool about riding, man. How you feel it, you smell it, you at the ocean, you know, you taste it, the salt water, salt air. That's why, you know, too, I go through so many of these areas, and, you know, I'm not like parking the bike and taking hikes or anything, but when you ride through a place, it seems like you don't need to. For me, it is like riding a bicycle or taking a hike through an area. Being on the motorcycle, I seem like I just really experience it. And in fact, I even past day or two, I came up with something that, you know, I thought I'm gonna you know, think of it as instead of a hike, taking a rike, and we'll say that's RHIKE, and it's a riding hike. And when I rike through places, I feel like I get the feel for them. You know, I don't feel like I'm missing out because I'm not taking a hike or not taking a walk. To ride through a place, I mean, it does it for me. And again, I'm going to say those of you who ride can I'd say you probably would agree with that that's, you know, that you can relate and agree. But anyhow, maybe not. What else? You know, some folks always thinking of some stuff too from a little while back. It's really not that far back, but over there in the Cascades the other day, some folks I met a family at this waterfall and this deep ravine that you know, after it came down off the mountain, it went through this real deep ravine and ran down to the flowed down to the river, and the road went right over top of the ravine, and then it had a walkway along the road to where you can walk out on it and take pictures of the you know, the mountainside to where the waterfall is coming off of. But I was about to leave the parking lot, and there's a family had walked up, and you know, young family, and spoke to them for a few minutes and told them about, you know, they had asked just about about the bike or my ride or something. I just kind of explained again what I'm doing, and told them about my YouTube channel and all that stuff. So hopefully you guys are watching, and it was really good to meet you all. Let's see, that might be it. Talking over 15 minutes now. You know what, I'm gonna shut it down. I'm gonna say that's all I got for tonight. It is, I didn't say it. I don't think I didn't say it, or I did not say it starting out. It is, it's Saturday evening, July the 2nd. Speaking of, the date, I had made that comment in last night's video about, one of the videos yesterday, about telling that, that border guard about have a good holiday, and thinking it was funny because they don't celebrate the 4th of July. But what I didn't realize, and I found out this morning when I asked somebody, that yesterday was a holiday. July 1st is Canada Day, and so it was a holiday for him. And two, and that made sense. When I first rolled into Canada, I saw vehicles like an SUV that had like I think 2 or 4 Canadian flags like hooked onto it around it, and then later I saw a pickup truck that was flying some big flags and all that. So those were definitely some proud Canadians yesterday. And then I find out this morning when I asked this woman at this gas station at Boston Bar, where I got my first cup of coffee. I got my first cup of coffee. She had said that yesterday was Canada Day. So I think that's all I got, guys. Thanks for watching, and God bless y'all. And I apologize. Something that I've been cognizant of, but it seemed like I struggle with is my eye contact here. I know that the camera is actually on the other side of the phone here, and for some reason I always end up looking at it where I can see myself as I'm talking. But I don't know, to me it just seems easier. But I know that I'm sure a lot of y'all would prefer the eye contact, so I'm gonna try to do better and look in the right spot. I mean, I've only been doing this for almost 8 weeks now. And you know what, too? I just realized something with the well, no, never mind. I'll check the mileage before I say it. But I think I've hit another major milestone here. But again, that's all I got.